Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Autocar India Quick News. Coming up over the next few minutes is your weekly snapshot to all the latest news and scoops from the exciting world of automobiles.
But before we begin, do hit subscribe to the Autocar India channel and press the bell icon to stay notified on all our latest uploads.
The last week was packed with action with a lot of news from the entry level to the luxury car segment. Let's begin with Tata Motors, which has introduced a new variant of the Tiago.
Tata Motors has introduced a new XTO variant of the Tiago and priced it Rs 15,000 lower than the mid-spec XT variant. Compared to the Tiago XT, the XTO does not get the tuned-in Harman Kardon head unit for the audio system, although the car still comes with 4 speakers and steering-mounted audio controls. For the most part, the XTO variant is otherwise identical to the Tiago XT and gets 14-inch wheels with full wheel covers, electronically adjustable ORVMs, ABS and rear parking sensors.
Hyundai Motor India has achieved a milestone of producing 10 million or 1 crore cars in the country after starting operations more than 2 decades ago.
Hyundai Motor India is celebrating its silver jubilee this year as the car maker has completed 25 years of entering the Indian market. On 30th June, the company reached a landmark of rolling out the 10 millionth made in India car, a brand new Hyundai Alcazar. It was on May 6, 1996 that Hyundai Motor India officials had laid the foundations of its manufacturing facility in Sri Perumbudur near Chennai. The production milestone comes 23 years after the Korean carmaker began operations in September 1998 at what was Hyundai's first integrated plant outside of Korea.
Coming to the scoops this week, the upcoming Mahindra XUV700 is set to receive a class-leading 200 horsepower 2-litre turbo petrol engine.
Mahindra is gearing up for the launch of its all-new Mahindra XUV700 in October, and while the 3-row SUV will get a host of segment-first features like a sky-roof, it is learned that the 2-litre M-Stallion turbo petrol motor that debuted in the Thar and made 150 horsepower will use 350 bar injection pressure in case of the XUV and make 200 horsepower. This would make it the most powerful iteration of this motor from the Mahindra stable yet and also be the best in segment when compared to rivals like the Tata Safari, Hyundai Alcazar and MG Hector Plus. On the diesel front, the XUV700 is likely to use an evolution of Mahindra's 2.2-litre M-Hawk diesel engine, again making it best in its segment with 185 horsepower on offer. The XUV700 will get C-shaped headlights with unique LED DRLs and a stylish LED tail lamp design. It will also come with segment-first flush door handles, and the world debut is expected in the second half of July.
Tata Motors is set to introduce the Dark Edition variants of the Altroz and Nexon very soon.
Tata Motors is set to expand its Dark Edition lineup very soon, and it is learned that the Nexon and Altroz will get the Dark Edition variants which will be introduced in July. Moreover, we had also reported earlier that the Nexon EV Dark Edition is in the pipeline too. Just like the Harrier Dark Edition, the Nexon and Altroz will follow suit and get an all-black theme with additional Dark Edition badges on the side fenders. Mechanically, these variants will be exactly identical to the regular versions of these cars. The Dark Edition variants could be expected to command a premium between Rs 15,000 and Rs 30,000 over the standard variants.
In some really exciting news, India has got its longest high-speed test track at Indore for high-performance vehicle testing.
Said to be the longest track in Asia and the 5th longest globally, the NATRAX high-speed track located in Pithampur, Indore was inaugurated on June 30th. The 11.3 km long test track has been developed by the National Automotive Test Track or NATRAX and is spread over an area of 2,900 acres. The NATRAX Center has multiple test capabilities like measurement of a vehicle's top speed, acceleration, real-world driving emissions, and high-speed stability and handling. Vehicles can attain a maximum speed of 375 km per hour on the curves, and it has less banking on the ovals, also making it one of the safest tracks in the world. Premium luxury car makers, which generally go overseas for high-speed test requirements, will now benefit from this world-class test track located centrally in the heart of India.
The government has extended the deadline for the mandatory implementation of dual airbags in cars by 4 months.
The government has relaxed the deadline for the mandatory implementation of dual airbags in cars from August 31st to December 31st. While all brand new models will still continue to come equipped with dual airbags as standard to conform to the safety regulations, existing models which have been on sale before April 1, 2021 will now get the benefit of this relaxation, which is understood to have been done due to the prevalent COVID challenges. Entry-level cars like the Maruti Suzuki Alto, Espresso, WagonR, Datsun Redigo and the Renault Kwid are the ones which still offer a front passenger airbag as an option and would need to make it standard under the new regulations.
Land Rover has launched the updated Range Rover SVR Sport in India. It is the most powerful Land Rover ever produced and can do a 0 to 100 sprint in 4.5 seconds.
The 2021 Range Rover Sport SVR comes powered by a 5-litre supercharged V8 petrol engine that develops 575 horsepower and 700 Nm of peak torque. An 8-speed torque converter automatic gearbox comes mated to this engine. The SUV has been developed by JLR's Special Vehicle Operations Division and gets a new front bumper with larger air intakes that are designed to improve brake cooling. It also gets a new design for the alloy wheels and an SVR badge on the tailgate. On the inside, it features lightweight SVR performance front seats with embossed SVR logo on the headrests. The 2021 SVR also gets an 825-watt 19-speaker Meridian surround sound system which comes with a dual-channel subwoofer and tri-field technology.
In another news, Porsche has taken the wraps of the new Cayenne Turbo GT.
Porsche has lifted the veils on the 640 horsepower Cayenne Turbo GT, which is based on the Cayenne Coupe Turbo and gets a reworked version of Porsche's 4-litre twin turbocharged V8 petrol engine. It gains an added 90 horsepower and 80 Nm over the standard Cayenne Turbo, developing 640 horsepower and 850 Nm of peak torque. The car recently established a new lap record at the Nürburgring with a lap time of 7 minutes 38.9 seconds, beating the Audi RS-Q8 by more than 3 seconds. The Cayenne Turbo GT gets differentiating elements like a new lip spoiler with enlarged cooling ducts at the base of the redesigned front bumper, 22-inch wheels and a 25 mm wider rear spoiler that is set to provide an added 40 kg of downforce when fully deployed at the SUV's electronically limited top speed of 300 km/h. A carbon fiber rear diffuser and twin centrally exiting tailpipes also highlight the exterior changes. On the inside, there's a new sports steering wheel, Alcantara accents on the seats and Porsche's new PCM 6.0 communication system which gets both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
Coming to the two-wheelers, BMW Motorrad has started accepting bookings for the R1250 GS twins in India.
The updated 2021 versions of the BMW R1250 GS and R1250 GS Adventure get new color options, and the company is also expected to introduce the Edition 40 Years GS black and yellow special paint theme. The motorcycles get an updated feature list with dynamic traction control and eco mode as standard, while optional features include adaptive cornering lights. The updated BMW R1250 GS range comes powered by a BS6 compliant 1254cc twin-cylinder engine that develops 136 horsepower and 143 Nm of peak torque. Bookings for the motorcycles have begun across the country and the price announcement is expected in the month of July.
The FAME 2 incentive scheme for EVs has been extended by another 2 years and two-wheelers will receive more subsidy this time around.
The Government of India's FAME 2 or the Faster Adoption and Manufacturing of Hybrid and Electric Vehicles scheme has now been further extended by another 2 years to March 31, 2024. The scheme was earlier supposed to expire on March 31, 2022. In what is a boon for new electric two-wheeler customers, the recent revision in the FAME 2 scheme has also increased the demand incentive by 50% to Rs 15,000 per kWh compared to Rs 10,000 per kWh earlier. The maximum cap is also increased to 40% of the e-two-wheeler's cost compared to 20% earlier. FAME 2 is meant to push EV adoption in India, and while Karnataka tops the list so far with the highest number of EV registrations in the country, it is followed by Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh.
For all the Hayabusa fans out there, Suzuki India has reopened bookings for the new model which now comes with a sharper design and more safety features.
After temporarily closing the bookings of the 2021 Hayabusa earlier this year in April, Suzuki India has now recommenced the bookings of this popular superbike. The new Hayabusa can be booked with a sum of Rs 1 lakh and prospective customers can expect deliveries around August. It has been priced at Rs 16.45 lakh ex-showroom. In its third generation avatar, the Hayabusa gets a sharper design while carrying forward its original silhouette. In terms of safety, there is traction control, cruise control and launch control as well. The superbike comes powered by a 1340cc inline 4 engine that makes 190 horsepower and 150 Nm of peak torque.
That's all the news we had this week. Thank you very much for watching. See you again next week with more news and more scoops from the world of automobiles. Till then, keep enjoying Autocar India.